Virgo, you are up for the February money energy reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Okay. So, clearly, this is the money reading. The general readings and the love readings for February are already up. Also, I'm doing more collective readings as well. Whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, let's go ahead and get into the reading. May I have the energy for Virgo for February? May I have the energy for Virgo for February? What is it that Virgo needs to hear? What is it that Virgo needs to hear? What is it that Virgo needs to hear? All right. Energy for Virgo for February. May I have some cards, please? Woo! Thank you. Wow, that really just landed. Okay. We're really on money. I mean, this is a money reading, but I mean, this is really on money. So, first card to come out is find a credit union. So, some of you, instead of dealing with a traditional bank, and I am not a financial planner or advisor, I am just reading the cards and the energy. Some of you need to find a credit union. One reason you probably need to do that is because you're coming into some money, some new money. Now, when this card comes out, it can mean that new money is coming into your life. So something of significance may happen. Now, I'm not saying you're about to win $20 million or something like that. I'm just saying you might get a little 10, 15,000 or whatever. But when this new money comes into your life, you may want to consider a credit union instead of a regular or traditional bank. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The other thing that this card can mean is that you act like new money, meaning that significant money, and that's like money. That type of money where you're very flashy about your money and you spend money. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. About to take some more cards. What else does Virgo need to hear? What else does Virgo? Thank you. Some of you are in the healthcare field, or either you're thinking about going into the healthcare field. Also, I just heard some of you are considering investing in the healthcare field, specifically stocks, is what some of you may be considering investing in for healthcare. All right. More cards, please. What is it? Thank you. Something is going to be going on in February that is related to divine timing. Divine timing, meaning that it has to happen at a certain time. It can't happen before. It can't have to happen after. It has to be pitch perfect. So divine timing is involved. And also I feel like it's involving meeting someone too. That person that you meet may have some type of information or some type of resources that go with whatever this thing is that is within the divine timing. May I have some more cards, please? What is it that... Thank you. Okay, somebody's thinking about doing OnlyFans. Again, this can all be the same timeline or all different timelines. Take what resonates, leave what does not. But this can mean that there's some type of online adult work that somebody is considering. Also, someone could be subscribing to those type of sites and stuff. Maybe someone subscribes a little too much. But somebody might be considering doing like OnlyFans or Just for Fans or whatever adult work there is online. And may I have another card, please? That actually, it's funny that the adult work, when I placed it down, is next to the new money. For some of you, and I'm not encouraging you or discouraging you when it comes to this adult work. We all have free will. You can do what you want to do. I don't judge anyone because I haven't walked a mile in their shoes, nor have they walked a mile in mine. So let's just make that part clear. With this new money, some of you who do the adult work will find that you actually do very well. Again, I'm not saying you're going to bring in millions of dollars. But for some of you, you might end up bringing in $5 or $10, $15,000 from doing adult work online. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This doesn't mean that everyone who comes into new money is going to do it from adult work. I'm just saying these two cards were next to each other when I placed them down. All right. And let me take one more card right quick. What is it that Virgo needs to hear? May I have one more card, please? Thank you. This thing, that flipped over the other way, but apparently it needed to come out. Okay. Ungrateful. There might be either you may have some ungrateful energy about something, or someone might have some ungrateful energy around you, where maybe they're expecting you to do more, but you've already done a lot and they don't appreciate what you've done. So now, something I just heard too. I just looked down at the healthcare field, and now that these two are next to each other, something that I heard in my head is for some of you, you're in the healthcare field, but you may be thinking about doing something online with adult work because in the healthcare field, you don't feel appreciated. You feel like people take you for granted when really it's a very demanding field. It's a very demanding job where it requires a lot of you emotionally, physically, and mentally and spiritually. And for you, and again, if this isn't resonating with you, it's not your story. There may be something else in here that's your story. But for this timeline, this is resonating with, for you, you would just rather go ahead and try something else, whether it be online adult work or a completely different field. Some of you might be looking into doing some type of investing, like becoming an investor. So keep that in mind as well. But I feel for some of you, you're trying something else because you feel the people in this field that you've dealt with are ungrateful for the work that you did. Hold on, my other phone is buzzing. I'm going to turn that off. Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put some color on this and get some clarity. What's at the bottom of the deck? I didn't even check that. Hospitality. That's another industry, which sometimes these two can intersect. Healthcare and hospitality can intersect at times. So that might be going on too. Or you just might be considering the hospitality industry. All right. Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? What is it that Virgo needs to hear? What is it that Virgo needs to hear? What is it that Virgo needs to hear? Knight of Swords. This is fast action, is what this is. This is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Some of you Virgos could have that in your chart, or you could be dealing with one of those signs. But also with Knight of Swords, it could be about research too, similar to the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is more about messages. Knight of Swords, messages and research, also spine. Knight of Swords can be about research, but it's also, the Knights are about movement, is what they're about. So for some of you, you could be researching and then you're looking to make a move quickly, is what you're looking to do. Some of you, whatever you're doing now, you're pretty much at the breaking point. You can't take it anymore. You're like, I got to do something else because this ain't it. And it doesn't have to be the healthcare field. It can just be in general. Thank you. Yeah, you're looking to make it happen. Your card, one of your cards came out because there's a few cards that represent Virgo in the tarot deck. But this is one of them, Major Arcana, the Magician, which is Mercury, which is your ruling planet. So this is Virgo and Gemini energy. The Magician has everything they need to make something happen. And I feel that's what you're doing. You're pulling on all of your resources to make something happen, to change what's going on in your life. This is another confirmation about that with the Two of Wands, where this is fire energy. This deals with passion. Also, twos deal with decisions. Long-term planning is what this is. Two of Wands can also be a travel card. It can be a travel card or a relocation card. But really, what you're doing is you're looking out for the long term. For some of you, what you're doing now, you can't see you doing this in the long term. So you're like, okay, I need to make some magic happen and change my path, change my course that I'm on, because this isn't working. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands. For some of you, you've been dealing with conflict. You've had conflict on your job or in your home. Some of you might be dealing with conflict because you've made it known that, hey, I'm thinking about doing online adult work. And that may have caused conflict. One thing that I can tell you is that with the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Wands, that equals the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is about standing your ground. So whatever decision that you make as you're doing your research, as you're making things happen, you're going to stay by that decision. You're not going to let anyone sway you. It's more like it is what it is and I said what I said. This is what I want to do. Again, it doesn't have to be online adult work. It can be something totally different. But whatever it is, you're sticking by it. That is what you're doing. Is there anything else that I need to hear for Virgo? Anything else that I need to hear for Virgo? And Judgment. Yeah, you're making a decision. You're making a decision. That's just another confirmation for that. Anything else? Okay. Don't let people cloud your judgment. Also, for some of you, you don't want to work with groups anymore. The reason I'm saying that is because 2 of Swords is here, which is indecision way. And then 3 of Pentacles is here, which is working with groups, collaborating. For some of you, you don't want to collaborate with people anymore. Some of you, you're tired of like the work office politics or what goes on at the job, having to deal with people, the water cooler talk, all of that stuff. For some of you, you would just rather be a one-man or a one-woman act, is what you would rather be. Hence, you're making it happen. But again, I feel like some of you are sour on working with groups. For others of you, with the 3 of Pentacles here and the 2 of Swords, this is don't let people influence you. In the sense of, I don't see it happening because again, we talked about that with the 7 of Wands energy. But there may be people that try to change your opinion about something. And with the 2 of Swords, this is blocking it out, is what it is. And then the Fool, which is before the Magician and the Major Arcana, this is about starting over. You're going to get your new start. Whatever industry you decide to go in, you're going to get your new start. But you're tired. What it is that you're tired of ungrateful people on your job. And I'm going to title this that. This is where a lot of this stems from, is that you're tired of dealing with ungrateful people when it comes to your work. All right? And that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. Podcast carried everywhere. Podcast also social media, KIRWKC. Until next time, Virgo, be blessed.